Hello and welcome to NewsClick, this program with real news. Today we have with us Seema Mustafa, an eminent journalist, and we'll discuss issues related to what are called the sedition charges that are being bandied about in the Indian press. We have the case of Bangalore and the Amnesty program in which you were also charged apparently with sedition. Can you tell us a little more about the actual case itself?
Yeah, because for 2-3 days nobody seemed to know what had happened. Event was pretty innocuous. Like I said, not also very well organized, and there were a whole bunch of people who came saying they were Kashmiri Pandits. So obviously most of them were not, 2 or 3 were definitely. And one of them was included in the panel that I was moderating, and I had been told by Amnesty that all that we have to do is we are not looking at political solutions, we are not looking at other things. You just speak to them because it's a campaign they are running about injustice and violations and how people haven't got justice. And one of the family members was from the Machil encounter case, which the army itself has recognized as a human rights violation and has sentenced and court-martialed 6 people, 6 soldiers. So it wasn't as if it was something coming out of nowhere, it just happened. So basically the idea was their stories, how they had ran around for justice before they got justice. That was it. There were no anti-India. Now, Azadi slogans is something you've heard for 50 years. So, and then there was one group calling the other traitors, anti-nationals. Then there was a group which stood up and shouted these slogans. So having said all that, the function itself, there was not even a single thing in that function which could have invited any section, even the minimalist section of the law, let alone sedition charges. So it was really shocking and surprising to find this out. And then when we got to know that there was a complaint that was filed, even then I believe the Amnesty went with the video recording of the entire event to the police and said, see this, do your preliminaries, you'll know that there's nothing.
And the police were present in that
event. And the police was there in big, they were there, they were part of the whole thing, and probably they're there in all the entire video recording as well. And the police again did not believed the evidence in front of its eyes and went on 2 days later to file FIR. And the FIR was of course minimalist, it's against Amnesty and unknown persons. And then the investigation began to find out, name the unknown persons. Some of us who were included in the complaint to be transferred here as well as with others. And ABVP kept up the protest because by now it had got very emboldened. It realized that the state government, the Congress government in Karnataka is not going to stop them. And so the protest, which would have ended probably at the first protest, went on and on and on.
Part of it was Congress being weak-kneed and complicit in some sense.
Absolutely. So there was, one aspect of it was the ABVP and the whole thing, because it was a meeting on Kashmir, they had to take it over. The other part was that because it was a meeting on Kashmir, there had to be sedition charges. So all that was taken care of, but it was a Congress rules to it, and from there the Congress took it over. And it took them 4 to 5 days before they realized that they're making a monkey out of themselves and that there was nothing in the video that would not hit them. There was not even a line that they could take forward to support the FIR. And I think there were differences between the chief minister and the home minister and the central command of the party or whatever their politics was, but it took them 4-5 days to start backing off. Even now, the case hasn't been withdrawn.
But there's no formal charge sheet filed. It's only the FIR which is there, and there is an investigation that is supposed to be going on.
Yes.
And publicly now the Congress government has said they don't think there is anything in the
yes,
FIR.
But no, I think people are still skeptical about the Congress, having seen them in the first 5 days. I have to be very sure that they continue with us. But let's see how that goes.
Thank you, Seema. This is all the time we have on NewsClick today in this episode. Keep watching NewsClick for further such instances.